In the history of the league. Ford dumps it out into the flat to Leak again, and he's got another first down for Edmonton.
In 20 plays last week, under 10 minutes of football, Trey Ford went 10 of 15, 121, and 3 touchdown drives. One more touchdown throw for Trey Ford in one game, and he would join elite company. We'll get to that later. But came on and put together 3 scoring drives after the offense had a net -5 in the third quarter.
Fresh set here. Ford with some pressure coming, gets it away over the middle. Mayala's got it, and he takes it down to the Rider 45.
Take a look at, in coming off the bench, Warren Moon threw 4 touchdowns coming off the bench. Jason Moss also 4 back in 01. And one more for Trey Ford, and he joined that group, but he's in a solid second place behind him. Yeah.
Trying to get behind their defense. Ford, pressure in his face. Escapes out to the right on the run. He's going to keep it. He's got a first down. And he eventually steps out of bounds inside the 25, and that is where he can absolutely kill you.
Well, this is the angles, and you know that Corey Mace has talked to his defense about the angles. And if you get up and you go too low, he's going to go around. If you get too high, he's going to cut inside. Watch Malik Carney off the edge to the left. He's going to get up high, goes too tight inside, and outside goes Trey Ford. He's going to stay high so that if he does escape, he escapes in the middle where his friends are.
Mentioned Riders defense allowing about 40.
Outside of that contain, the DBs are in a bind because now Trey Ford can run or he can throw on the run, and you don't know whether to stay with your receiver or come out of that and your coverage and try to come up and help on the tackle. You're wrong either way, usually.
At about 3,000 rushing yards at Waterloo in just 33 games to Trey Ford. Trey Ford getting an opportunity here as the starting quarterback of the Elks, a team, a franchise, desperate for a victory.
Ford, the starting quarterback, the last time the Elks won a game, that was right here at Mosaic Stadium, September 15th. Ford threw for 173, rushed for 70 yards. That was the last time, well over 300 days ago, that the Edmonton Elks tasted victory.
That was in August of 23. We're now in August of 24. They have not had a victory since. Ford down the field looking for Geno Lewis, and he's got him. Lewis pulls it in just inside the 40. Left, Geno Lewis at the bottom of your screen. Ford gets it away. Mitchell reaches out for it.
Bethel Thompson showed him the way.
2nd and 4. Ford way down the field, drops it in there on the far side, and now it's off to the races the other way. Tevin Jones, the former Rider, with a major strike, his first as a member of the Elks. And Edmonton goes on top. What a story for Tevin Jones. First start, and it comes against his former club, and he goes for 93.
When you're visualizing as a player in any position, but certainly at the quarterback position, when you're visualizing, this is how you visualize the play unfolding. You drop back, you have good protection. You step up, you see your starting wide receiver out there in behind coverage, and you drop it right in his hands. You can't throw that football any better. Tevin Jones takes it to the house. You know, he's got that, he's got that game in the calendar. Hold it there, guys. Right at the bottom of your screen is Tevin Jones, who's going to run that double move, basically, a wheel route down the sideline. He gets in behind Marcus Fields. Good protection up front. Nice pocket. And without setting the feet, dropped it right in the bucket and then went to celebrate.
Well, Jones no longer with the Riders. Signed with Edmonton, was basically given.
There's the growth from the pocket that Brett was talking about, that Eugene Lewis has talked about throughout the last couple of weeks about Trey Ford and what he's done in practice, saying that he is becoming every day a better passer from the pocket. We all know about his athleticism, but that passing from the pocket, and how about that? Stepped up, climbed into the pocket, and threw a strike.
Welcome back to Mosaic in Regina, where the Riders trail the Elks 13-8. And first impressions of Trey Ford here. What do you think?
Well, if you look at the last 8 minutes of last game and then the first quarter of this game, Trey Ford has orchestrated 6 drives, 4 touchdowns, 2 field goals in this one here tonight. So in every drive that he's played this season, he's put a touchdown on the board in the last game and a half.
Got to be happy with that. If you're Jarius Jackson.
Well, and it just, I know there's a whole bunch of fans in Edmonton right now going, why did it take so long? But that's all in the past.
Yeah,
now,
you can't do anything about that,
yeah,
right?
Can't change any of that.
In the first quarter, 2nd and 10 is what he faces here. Just a 3-man rush. Ford with time, goes over the middle. Mitchell cuts it back. Good effort. And Dylan Mitchell earns that first down, doesn't he?
Well, 2 things here. First of all, from the pocket again, Ford recognizes the blitz and knows he has time, so he can be patient to let Dylan Mitchell come all the way across the formation. So he knows he's got 3-man pressure. Look at his patience. Stays in there. He knows he's got it blocked up, and he waits, because Dylan Mitchell came from the numbers, had to go all the way across the field, and then did a nice job to get to the marker.
Season, all 3 of them. 2nd and 10 here. Ford in trouble, trying to escape. Big swoop around. Now he's off to the races on the near side. Trey Ford goes a long way to pick about 5 yards on that one. It will bring up 3rd down. I got tired just watching that up here in the booth.
Well, just think about this defensive lineman and how tired they're going to be. I mean, they had pretty good angles initially, and then he just gave up about 15, 20 yards because he knew he could get around on that blind turn. And man, it puts you in a bind.
Baldonado eventually got back.
And we'll return to that when he returns from action. Thank you for your service, gentlemen, and stay safe.
Ford drops it out to Rankin. Injury to Kevin Brown. 2nd and 6 here. Ford with pressure in his face, gets it away. And what a catch. Gittins Jr. hauls that one in, stretched out a bit to get the job done.
Great catch, great recognition. Trey Ford sees full blitz. He knows he can't block it all, so he's got to get rid of it, and his hot route is Gittins Jr. Textbook.
7 different players have caught a pass from Trey Ford here early in the 2nd quarter. Fresh set of downs from the 31. Back into the hands of Leak again. Makes a couple of guys miss. Secures the ball and takes it down to the 15.
So what do you do if you're the SAS defense? Stick with it, stay in your lanes, and most importantly from the D-line or linebackers, if you're rushing, stay together on the rush. If 2 guys or 1 guy gets too high and the other guy is slow and still at the line of scrimmage, that's where the escape lane is created. So go as a unit and collapse the pocket rather than go one-on-one and try and sort of beat your man and get up there on your own.
That was Milligan for Ford. Big play here for the Saskatchewan D. Ford from the pocket. Now dumps it off to his running back. Rankin trying to push ahead. Trey Ford has Edmonton on top, 20-15. 10 of 13, like we mentioned, 190 yards and a touchdown. What'd you think of his first half, Susan?
I thought it was excellent. I thought it was what we expected to see from Trey Ford. The magic athletically. He made some plays from the pocket. I know there's a lot of fans in Edmonton going, why did it take so long? I get it. And with his performance and that big deep ball, over 90 yards there to Tevin Jones, That one came from the pocket. So, standing first half for Trey Ford.
They have the lead. They'll have to hang on. Trey Ford's with Brickdorf.
Trey, well, this game didn't really start in your favor, but you went out there and took that momentum back. Tell us how you were able to make so many key plays in these first 2 quarters.
Yeah, I mean, the O-line did a phenomenal job blocking, and we ran the ball really well, which makes my job a lot easier. So kudos to those guys for doing what they do. And, yeah, so it wasn't me who flipped the momentum. It was our offensive line, everybody else on the team. So.
Well, you know what this Riders defense can do, but you're walking all over them. Knowing they're going to make some big adjustments probably at the half, what do you have to do in the final 2 quarters?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have to also make adjustments. If you look at our last 2 drives, they weren't as productive as the earlier ones. So, you know, we got to go in there and make some adjustments, which we're going to come out and do, and hopefully we can score another, what is this, 20 points.
Well, we look forward and we hope for that. Thanks for this one, Trey.
Thank you.
We will send it off to Laura and the panel.
Trey Ford also had the big one in the first half to Tevin Jones, and this was the 4th longest play in CFL history by a Canadian quarterback.
Well thrown ball too, wasn't it? Dropped it right in there.
Very well thrown ball. Russ Jackson, #1 on that list, and also #3. And Nathan Rourke. Good luck with Nathan down in Atlanta. Just signed there.
And they get it away this time. 1st and 15. Ford dumps it off. Mayala near side, upended heavily. Roland Milligan from their own 42. Ford out of the pocket, gets it away. That's complete. But 2nd and 9 for Ford in this offense. 3 options to his left. That's where he looks first. That's where he throws near side. Drops it in there nicely. Well thrown ball into the waiting arms of Tevin Jones for an Edmonton first down.
Riders are going to go with this delayed blitz. Remember when they got Adam O'Clair in there with the sack early? They tried it again, this time with Jameer Thurman playing off the ball, about 3 or 4 steps back. But Trey Ford's answer to it is to throw the timing route, the intermediate timing route. He knows if the linebackers are going to come from depth, he's got that extra split second or 2 to let Tevin Jones get to his out route.
Ford now over 200 yards on the game. Tevin Jones at 104 on 2 catches. Ford on the run this time, right up the middle. Slides and avoids any serious damage with Thurman and Malik Carney right there. Got to know when to pick your spots, don't you?
No, I think that's wise for every quarterback in the league.
Yeah, no matter who you are.
It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a runner or not. You got those big boys tracking you down in the open field. Get down.
Got 3 yards on the mini scramble. Got to have 7 more. Riders will just bring 4. Ford gets it away. Mayala with the catch. Right at that first down marker. He thinks he has it.
Here's an example of Trey Ford from the pocket. He's going to take the snap here, go ahead and run it. Stop. See, looking over here to read #1, doesn't like it. Flips the eyes around, back in the pockets, got a nice solid pocket in the throwing lane, goes back to the backside curl to Mayala. Pocket presence from Trey Ford.
3-man pressure. Ford still feels it. Got it away to Gino Lewis trying to spin ahead. Great 5 as time ticks down in quarter number 3. Back out into the flat to the running back. Rankin trying to turn it up the field. They'll look to push him ahead, but they'll Thurman. Looked like he was going to come. Now he backs off. Ford trying to escape right up the middle. Trey Ford lunging ahead. He's got a first down. Found a small space between 3 Riders defenders and jumped through it.
There's your answer, a little combination of both. They take Carney and they back him off the line of scrimmage there to your right, and then he does go on pressure, so it's 4-man pressure, but because of that stunt, where Micah Johnson's going one way and Carney the other, it opens up the middle. That's
just the 4th carry of the game for Ford. 4 options. options, wide side right, looks over the middle, turns, and now he's in trouble, trying to stay alive, and they eventually track him down from behind after he picks up a few positive yards. Cox was there to grab him. And that'll bring up third down.
They didn't get the 2-and-out, but the Rider defense does get the stop. Now the strategy for Jake Julian here is to try and coffin corner this again.
Dropped one out at the 1.
Doesn't need a single point here. Doesn't want a single point. He has made the difference.
Ford over the middle to Tevin Jones, and Jones is going to walk it in. That's his second touchdown of the game against his former club. And the Boo Birds are out at Mosaic.
Well, this is, again, you know, it's all-around team effort for Edmonton. They've got some plays in the return game to give them some field position. They got some plays from their defense, certainly. But this has been a different team with number 2 at the helm. You don't have to actually do it. It just takes the attention of the D-line. It'll take their eyes for that split second. And when he does that, he opens up run lanes for his tailback. So, you know, I think it's a factor. And, you know, many people have said, and I've been one of them, that McLeod Bethel-Thompson wasn't the reason they were 0-7. McLeod Bethel-Thompson was playing pretty good football until last week. Last week was his worst game of the season, but he was playing pretty good up until then. But clearly they needed one more little push, one more spark, and that spark has come from Trey Ford. And Trey Ford now has got them believing, and all 3 phases are playing at a different level. You know, you're not giving it all to him. It's a team effort.
Yeah, I mean, Javon Leake was incredible.
Javon Leake unreal tonight. Yeah. The run game unreal tonight. But it just changes the approach. It changes how you defend them.